What is up, everybody? Welcome back to Eclectic Beard. So this go around, we got the Welsh flag, history and meaning of the red dragon flag. That I think they got the coolest flag in the world. Just saying. And I know it took me forever to take and even look at the history of Wales, even the history summarized video. So we're gonna be digging a little bit more into Wales. I'm interested to see the history and meaning of it. So let's go ahead and get into it.
When a while back I asked people if they wanted to see a video on the British flag, they said that it would be incredibly boring and that they really didn't want to see something like this. So following the voice of reason, I decided to do an entire series on it. I know, you're welcome. Now in this video I'm going
to... It's gonna be boring, so I decided to do a whole series on it. It's just like, alright, cool, I'll do it anyways.
Look at the flag of Wales. And you might be thinking, but hold on a minute, there is nothing on the Union Jack, the British flag, that has anything to do with Wales. But then I'm going to look at that in some more detail in this video. So, of course, this is the... I don't know how that got on there. There we go, that's better. So the flag of Wales is this beautiful specimen in front of you. And of course, the biggest part of that is the red dragon in the middle. And of course, then we have a white field as half of it as the background, and a green field as the other half. So let's look at the dragon, which is called the Dragon of Cadwaladr. And the Dragon of Cadwaladr belonged to a man named Cadwaladr ap Cadwallon, and he was king of a country in the north of Wales called Gwynedd, and his father was a man called Cadwallon, and that's how you get the ap in Welsh is son of. And actually Cadwallon, I think I've mentioned him before, he's called Cadwallon ap Cadfan, son of Cadfan, and he's important because he, a lot of the time in the Dark Ages, was waging war with Northumbria, and he ended up killing two kings of Northumbria, Edwin, as well as the other king was King Oswald of Northumbria, and he's the one who gave us our Northumbrian flag. So he's a bit of an enemy of the Northumbrians, but he's a very interesting character. But back to the dragon. This red dragon isn't the only one that's mentioned. In fact, there is another one, a white dragon, and these two are meant to be in conflict. Now, the red dragon is representative of the British peoples, the Brythonic peoples, of which the Celts or the Welsh are one, and the white dragon is representative of the Anglo-Saxons, the Germanic invaders, who arrived in Britain during the 5th century. Now, it's said that there is a great struggle between the two, and the first time we hear about this is...
Okay, what happened to the white dragon? If they're, the conflict and stuff, what happened to the white dragon?
Story about King Vortigern, who was apparently the king at the time of the first Anglo-Saxon invasions. He was trying to build a castle, but it kept being destroyed. Every night he would go home and his workforce would go home to find that all they had done the previous day had been taken down. And this, he finds out later, is due to two dragons, one red and one white, fighting each other beneath the earth. And this then later evolved into a whole story to do with Merlin, that the red dragon was the British and the white dragon were the Anglo-Saxons, and this was this ultimate struggle between the two for control of the island, until, as the Celtic mythology said, a hero would come, a prophesied hero would come back and eventually drive the white dragon out.
Dude, the mythology, I love hearing about mythology because some of it's so cool the way they try to explain certain stuff that happened back in the day. Just and the tales that get passed down from generation to generation back then. That's one of the cooler mythologies then.
And it's not happened yet, so watch out, everyone. But there is also another dragon, which is a yellow dragon, like the one used by the Anglo-Saxons as well, which is called the Wyvern, and this is seen on the flag of Wessex, one of the Anglo-Saxon kingdoms. However, the Welsh also had a yellow dragon, which was used on the flag of a man called Owen Glyndwr, and Owen Glyndwr was a 15th century, late 14th century Welsh freedom fighter who rose up against the English in rebellion in Owen Glyndwr's rebellions. Very interesting character there.
Why the
now,
music? The music is overpowering some.
A flag that's very similar to the modern Welsh flag.
The balance of the music that was just added is not proportionate to the voice. Like, you shouldn't be. It almost sounds like it's louder than, or as loud as the voice.
Is in 1485 with Henry Tudor, who raised his standard, which is this standard, above the Battle of Bosworth. And because he won the Battle of Bosworth, this flag has gone down in history. And this is where the modern Welsh flag comes from. Now we also have this flag, which is based on that one, of course, and this was used from the start of the 19th century up until 1953, when it was replaced with this flag, which is of course the modern Welsh flag. Again, the dragon from the Red Dragon of Cadwaladr, and of course the green and the white from Henry VII, who also had that on his banner. Now there is another flag which is used, which has the Welsh dragon on, which is the flag of Puerto Madryn, which is it was Welsh speaking. I think there is still a Welsh speaking community there in Argentina, which is why they have the light blue
cool.
and white stripes, just like on the Argentinian flag. And another flag that's associated with Wales is associated with the patron saint, who is St. David, and that's this flag, which is black and yellow, and very similar to the Cornish flag. I believe it's even the same. And the reason that they use this flag, obviously he's the patron saint, and a few years ago a company tried to advertise this flag as a more nationalistic flag for the Welsh, as in that of course they could use this to represent the patron saint, because in England St. George's flag is the cross, which is on the flag. In Scotland it's St. Andrew, which is also on the flag, and in Ireland, at least initially, it was St. Patrick's flag, which is the red saltire. So they thought this would be like that, because obviously the Welsh flag is a little bit different, but it's not meant to replace the dragon flag, it's meant to fly alongside it. And of course then we have the issue that there is no Welsh representation on the flag. So some people have thought that they could place this dragon on instead, and then you have a flag like that, or that they make the background the colours of the St. David's flag instead, so that they represent the Welsh then, but they're not entirely sure how they're going to resolve that. So thank you very much for watching. This has been indeed my...
Okay, so that was interesting, especially from the fact that it's, mythological. It's got mythological origins and stuff like that. I think it'd be cool to see flags with individual dragons on them. Just because, like, I understand the conflict and everything like that, but cool looking dragons, man, cool looking dragons. But yeah, the Welsh flag is definitely, it's interesting history. Like it's interesting. It's interesting to take and learn about the origin of the flag, and the fact that it has changed and everything like that. There's multiple flags. It's just, yeah, I love stuff like this, man. That being said, y'all be good to each other. Love yourselves. Peace.